Life is meant to be lived with a smile.
So we've given you all a lot of information on our journey to becoming a healthcare professional. But today we're going to talk to you specifically about tips to making yourself a competitive applicant. I sat on the admissions committee at the UNC School of Dentistry, and what that is, UNC Chapel Hill School of Dentistry only selected about 2 students to sit on the admissions committee, and I was one of the 2 selected in my 3rd year of dental school and my 4th year in dental school. So I was fortunate to have a seat at the table and see firsthand the type of applicants that they choose and what makes each applicant special. The first piece of advice is to make sure that you have all of your prerequisites in. Prerequisites are the courses that are required for your training. In our training, specific courses that were needed were biology, physics, organic chemistry. It's been a while for us, so check what prerequisites you might need. We've been out of school for a while, but that's right. But you want to make sure that you have those in before you start applying. The second thing that we can't stress enough is making yourself a competitive applicant by scoring well, okay? There's a lot of things you're going to be tested on, so you want to make sure that during your schooling you maintain a high GPA, one that's competitive. You're going to be competing against a lot of people who also want to become the same thing that you want to become. So that means making good grades, keeping your GPA high. For us in particular, in order to become dentists, we had to take a specific test called the DAT, which is the Dental Admission Test. That's right. So you want to make sure you can score high on the DAT. Now, the good thing about taking that exam, or most exams, is it's not the end of the world if you don't do well. If you don't do well, all you do is take it again, okay? You always have another opportunity to take that test again, but you want to make sure that your final score is competitive. Some of you out there may be feeling a little discouraged. Maybe you've already, scored or have your GPA and you feel like it's not high enough to make you competitive. Again, it's not the end of the world. There are other things that you can do to beef up your resume. One I would say is do some job shadowing. Yep. A lot of schools will want to see that you have experience in the field, and one way to gain that experience is to watch other people do it. See if you can sit in or visit some offices in the field that you're looking to go into. So that way you can include that on your resume. That's a great way to beef up your resume. Number 4, have strong letters of recommendation. One thing we did to get strong letters of recommendation is we always sat in the front of the class. UNC Chapel Hill, which is where we went to undergrad, our science classes were anywhere from 400 to 600 people in a class. So in a midst of 600 people, we would make sure our professors knew our faces by sitting right in the front row. Even to this day, we get comments from people who went to college with us and say, I remember you twins, you always sat in the front row of our science courses. Mm-hmm. But we did that strategically because we wanted our professors to know our faces, and we wanted to get to know our professors so that those individuals could write us letters of recommendations. Because it looks really good to have a professor say, hey, this studious applicant sat right in the front and she took in all the knowledge she can. She's going to be a great dental student because she really likes to learn. She's an avid learner. May I add to that? One other thing we did, went to the professor's office hours. When we were in college, because it was such a big campus, the professors would have office hours, which was a time that students could come in, have one-on-one time with the professor. We used that as an opportunity where we identified our weaknesses in a course. If we didn't understand a certain topic, we would use the professor's office hours to go visit them during their office hours to make sure they know our faces, but also to make sure they know we're here to learn and we want to understand the topic. So we're here, and that's how they really got to know us too, not only through sitting in the front of the class, but also by attending their office hours. And number 5, I'd say strong personal statement. As part of the application process is to have a personal statement. Your personal statement is the time to tell the admissions committee about yourself, tell them why you're interested in pursuing a career in that nature, and also what sets you apart from other applicants. So personal statements were very important in deciding who would be granted an interview. Overall, we hope that you can use these tips to help make you a strong candidate when applying to the school of your choice. That's right, like and subscribe.